Yes, hello everyone, hello classmates, and also, of course, hello ma'am. This day we will discuss about the rules and competencies and school heads. But for that, I am the last to discuss about the remaining subtopic about the domains competencies for school head and Southeast Asia. What is domain? Domain competencies domain are also related sets of foundation abilities representing the required elements and outcomes that define the knowledge, skills, experience, attitudes, values, behaviors, and establish professional standards of communities. Let's move on. Under the domain of school heads of Southeast Asia, there is first instructional leadership, second administrative leadership, and also the last is school head and community. Let's move on to first the instructional leadership. Instructional leadership is a model of school leadership in which the principal works alongside teachers to provide support and guidance in establishing best practices in teaching. Instructional leadership is different in many ways from the undertaken by the school administrator. Principal who provide supervisions and instructional leadership do not become overly preoccupied with dealing strictly with administrative duties, and they undertake rule involving the setting of clear goals, managing the curriculum, evaluating teachers' lesson plans. So, instructional leadership like NCBSSH competency based in standard for school heads for the Philippines, the competency framework of Southeast Asia of school heads also include domain for instructional leadership and administrative leadership. These are the domain instructional leadership encompasses four competency. First, curriculum implementation and improvement. Second, creating learner-centered environment. Third is supervising and evaluating teachers' performance and also the delivering plan learn outcomes. Curriculum implementations, how to the plan or officially design of course of studies is translated by the teachers into syllabus. Schemes works the implementations e, uh, as a essential part of curriculum development. Development brings the existence that the anticipated change. The second is creating a learner-centered environments. We use the term learner-centered to refer to environments that pay attention to the knowledge, skills, attitudes that learners brings to the educational setting. Learner-centered is teaching methods. They focus on activity from the teachers to the learners. For example, which the students solving problems. As a question, learner-centered aims to develop a learner who is to invent and create, to think powerfully. And the last is um, the teachers. The third is second to the last is supervising and evaluating teachers' performance, and also the teachers of their supervisors set goals, schedule and observations, and also to discuss the administrator evaluation of the teacher's performance. And they apply the appropriate model where supervision and evaluations and nurture teachers leaders. Last is delivering plan learn outcomes. Delivering outcomes to the process of achieving and outcomes of change or transformation through activities, performance measures, and targets. And it promotes team-based approaches to instructional leadership, and manage assessments to prove teachings and learning. So let's move on to administrative leadership. Oh, okay. What is the administrative leadership? A leader is someone who is charged or organizing, guiding, and managing other. Sila yung maghanap ng grupo to encourage them to motivate to reach the desired outcome. Understanding that what is leadership entails is essential to your success if your duties call you for you to lead others. For example, guro. Alam naman natin kung ano ang guro. Sila yung role models to the classroom setting. Sila yung nagbibigay ng mga impormasyon para tayo ay matuto as a learner-centered, as a student. And also sila yung nagbibigay ng aral sa atin. For example, to give values. Pagrerespeto, paggalang sa mga nakatatanda o di kaya sa mga respeto sa ating mga magulang and also sa mga estudyante naman. Let's move on to the last is school heads and the community. The strands are as follows. First is involves internal and external stakeholders in formulating and achieving school visions, missions, and goals. Vision, mission, and goals and objectives. And they explains the school visions to the general public. Sa nakikita natin sa school classroom ay may mga vision na dapat nating sundin at dapat natin ibigay at iwasto natin sa tamang objectives. So they explain the school visions to the general public. So lahat ng mga classroom ay may mga school vision. Nakikita natin sa loob at sa labas. And the next is aligns the school improvement plan, annual improvement plan with national, regional, and local education policies and trust domain 1B. And this next is communicates effectively SIP and AIP to internal and external stakeholders in domain 1B. Involves stakeholders in meeting and deliberations for decision making. Domain 1D. Also, provides feedback and updates to stakeholders on the status or progress and completions of programs and projects. Dito naman ay sila yung nagbibigay ng updates sa mga bata at sa mga guro na magbibigay ng mga completions or mga requirements para sa kanilang projects and programs. And the last is and next is creates and manages a school process to ensure student progress and conveyed to students and parents guardians regularly in domain 2C. The school is to manage the process by the students and the parents and guardian, and they creates or conveyed, for example kanang meron silang nagbibigay silang meeting or yung estudyante ay may kasalanan, for example may kasalanan, and they convey the student, parent, guardian regularly. And last, recognize high performing learners and teachers and supported parents and other stakeholders. As a learner or as a student, they supported us parents and also the guardian. Sila yung naggagabay kahit ang mga bata ay nagperform sa or for example sa entablado or sa paaralan, sa loob sa paaralan. They supported parents. And next is prepares financial reports and submits, communicates, and same to higher education authorities and other education partners in Domain 6B. And also to maintain harmonious and pleasant personal and official relations with superiors, colleagues, subordinates, learners, parents, and other stakeholders in Domain 7A. And also the listen to stakeholders' needs and concerns and responds appropriately in consideration in political, social, and legal and cultural contexts. And the last is school health and community in the Southeast Asian competency frameworks that the following competencies strengthen school and community partnership. First is promoting responsibility for school improvement. For example, yung mga guro ay at ang mga stakeholders, yung higher mga school heads, they can responsibility for the school improvement to kung paano nila i-improve ang kanilang pagtuturo o kanilang mga pag-handle sa mga estudyante. Sila yung magbibigay ng yung nagbibigay ng kahalagahan sa mga estudyante to share their responsibility for the students and the community. And also they're managing education's alliance and networks. And as a 21st century, makikita na natin ang makabagong teknolohiya. And makikita din natin kung paano gagamitin ang teknolohiya as a teacher, kung paano gagamitin ang TV kung paano gagamitin ang TV sa pagtuturo. The last is sustaining collaborative relationships with the stakeholders. Stakeholders, yung mga guro, principals, and the students. They have a collaborative relationships in one community or one classroom or one place. And that's all my report, and thank you very much to listen.